interview Dr. Jay Ganesh. So, very good afternoon, Dr. Jay Ganesh.
Very good afternoon, my dear students.
How are you doing, sir?
How are you all?
Yeah, fine, sir. So, let's start with the questions, sir.
Yeah.
Most of the people will always hold up of their childhood ambition
Yeah.
throughout their life. Is that same for you, doctor?
Yeah, actually, I had 3 ambitions. During my childhood, I used to pray the God. During the prayer, I wanted to become doctor. Next is engineer. Third is film actor. That is the first prayer I got it.
To be an
As a doctor, I wanted to become a doctor, I became a doctor.
Okay, sir. What are the challenges you face as a student and as a doctor?
As a student, when I was doing my UG, my family was very poor. My parents were only school teachers, and there were no facilities what are available now, internet, mobile, and other things. So I had to refer physical books, going to library like that, and monetary problem also. Otherwise, no other problems.
And as a doctor?
As a doctor, I had to compromise on my health. Morning 8:30 to till night 12 o'clock. Myself and my wife worked. We started our work by 8:30 a.m. but we'll take our breakfast by 10:30 or 11. Then we will postpone our lunch to 3:30 or 4 o'clock. Then our dinner will be usually at 10:30, 11. Even after 10:30, many known patients will come and knock the door. 12 p.m., 12 midnight, 12 early morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Then we had to wake up and treat the patients. That's all.
Okay, sir. What did you like most about your work as well as like the least about your work?
About the work means as a doctor.
Yeah.
As a doctor, it was a challenge to revive a very critical patient. I was very apprehensive when I had to face a critical patient. When I was able to, what to say, revive the patient, then I felt very glad. Suppose the patient lost means a little bit sadness will be there now, like that. Then as that is for my clinical practice. Then after that I joined my PG and I became a lecturer in physiology. I like interacting with young students. That I like very much. And I treat all my students as my friends only.
Glad to hear, sir. What was your strategy to achieve your dream as a doctor?
As a doctor, I studied well. That's all. Studied well means not throughout the year I didn't study. Just before 2 months before the exam, I used to prepare well. That 2 months effort was very good. But like any other student, only I enjoyed my student's life. Suppose 1 year means 8 months, 9 months I used to enjoy.
Okay, sir. If you could do it all over again, would you choose the same path for yourself? If not, what would you choose?
Profession.
Yeah.
Actually, I am fond of electronic items. When I was during my childhood, I used to just to open my radio, fan, and other things just to see the circuits. Again, I will some minor repairs I used to correct. So that was my passion, electronic items. But I became doctor. So now I enjoy both. I used to purchase latest gadgets. I used to change my mobile very often. And any electronic item if come to the market, I will be the first person to get it.
Yes, sir. So why do you prefer AIMS as a place to share your knowledge?
AIMS, previously I was in Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry. Then my favorite professor, Professor Sethuraman, he was Vice Chancellor there. Then he moved to AIMS. As I am a follower of Professor Sethuraman, I contacted him. Then I got placement, I came here. He is my well-wisher, I am his follower.
Yes. So in your experience, can you advise us on what related specialization field do you think we should consider in the future?
You want me to advise your specialization?
Yeah.
About your career?
Yeah.
For each one of you or only?
No, just
For you only?
interest, sir.
Specialization in medical field you are asking, yeah? You can become a general physician. MD, Master of Doctor. I don't know how it is mentioned in Malaysia. That is M.Medda, Master of Medicine. You can treat because medical problems are more in clinical practice. Surgical problems are then less. Then other specialty, not programs, diseases. Medical diseases are very more comparing with the surgical and other fields. So if you select the general medicine, that is Master of Medicine, you can see variety of patients and you can treat variety of patients. General medicine, I advise you to prefer. Yeah.
So you look like a more socialized person. So can you tell more about your family?
My family, my father and mother both were teachers. My father was a headmaster of elementary school. Mother was teacher in the school. So till my 5th standard, I studied under the supervision of my father and mother. Both were teachers for me. And that is that one place, Chinnasalem. It is near Chennai, Tamil Nadu, where I was born and brought up till 8th standard. Then after that, after passing 8th standard, I moved to Trichy. I got selected in a competition. I was one among the 4 best students in the taluk.
Oh.
So I got a government scholarship. So from 9th standard onwards, I moved to Vishayyuga Higher Secondary School, Trichy, that also in Tamil Nadu. 4 years, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then, just to be frank, I want to tell you, in my progress card, you know what is progress card?
Yeah.
The rank card. From 1st standard to 12th standard, in my progress card, I never secured 2nd or 3rd rank, always 1st rank. Then after my schooling, then I scored very good marks in +2. Then I joined Thanjavur Medical College. You know Thanjavur, famous town in Tamil Nadu. Then I'm 5.5 years my UG period. After that, because of my family situation, I had to start my private practice to earn money. Then immediately I started my private practice. That is in 1990 I started my private practice. Then I couldn't continue my PG studies immediately. Then from 90 to 2002, I was in private practice. 92 I got married Dr. Shobana, who was my junior in Thanjavur Medical College. Then after 2002 only I joined my post-graduation in Sri Ramachandra Medical College, Chennai. That is about my educational details. And regarding my family, my wife is Dr. Shobana, already I told you, she is also associate professor here. I have 2 daughters. Elder daughter is Jayadharani. She is a computer professional working in Samsung at Texas, United States of America. And she has one male child also. My younger daughter is Jayadarshini. She is about to finish her master's in computer education, computer software engineer in Colorado State University, Boulder, United States. And I have 2 brothers, 2 elder brothers, 1 sister, elder sister. I am the last in my family. That's all about my family. Anything else?
If a student criticizes you, what would you do?
Criticism means regarding my lecture?
Yeah.
You normally in my 18 years career in physiology, no student criticized me. Suppose if any situation arises, then I will go to the student, I will inquire what is your problem. In such a way, I will handle the students. Personally, I will talk with the student. If it is academic matter, I will try to clarify the queries of the student. Usually, I will not allow such situation because while in my lecture hall, I know whether the students grasped my point or not. I can infer. So, if I feel the students not at grasping my point, I used to repeat once, twice, thrice, and I will ascertain from the students whether you got the point or not, like that. Then only I will move to the next point.
So you're doing a strategical move in the lecture.
Yeah, and in 1 hour lecture, I know the students' mentality, so I will not bore the students. So 1 hour means I will teach for 40 or 45 minutes. In India, usually I will divide my lecture into 2 blocks. First 20 minutes one block, then there will be a gap of just 5 minutes, like ad break. So I will allow the students to talk with each other just to take a break. Then after 5 minutes, I will continue rest of my lecture. So the 1 hour lecture, there will be 2 slots. First 20 minutes, second 20 minutes, in between 5 minutes. So I will not engage the students for the total 1 hour, 60 minutes. 45 minutes I will engage the students. In between, I used to play some videos also, comedy videos in Tamil movies. Here I don't try so far, because here many linguistic students are there. So that way I used to engage the students. So no student felt, obviously nobody complained so far. And I used to tell the student, I used to give my mobile number to the students, and I used to talk with the parents of the students. If any student misbehaves with just opening mobile phone or talking with the other students in such a way that the lecture is disturbed, means I will talk with the parents of the student. See, your son is doing like this. So no other student will dare to do the same mistake again.
So you seem to be a strict lecturer.
No, I am very friendly. Very, very friendly. I used to tell I am lecturer only inside the hall. Outside the lecture hall, we are friends. That is my policy. But lecture means that is strict. Because I allow the students to speak with each other. I give 5 minutes break. What else I can do? That much freedom I used to give my students.
So according to you, what are the important qualities required for a professor?
Important qualities for a professor. The professor should know the mentality, should understand the mood of the student. And he should not try to bore the student. In a jovial way, he should carry the lecturing. So, and moreover, when we display PowerPoints, it should not be flooded with so many lines. Like instead of putting so many lines, the professor should try to teach using animations, videos, like that. Because by seeing things, it will directly enter the memory of the students instead of just reading the lines repeatedly. And you should ascertain whether the students got the point or not. Then only you should move to the next point. If he is not sure about this point, he should clarify the previous point. Then after that only you should move to the next point. So you should be able to judge the mood of the students, and accordingly you should take the lecture.
Okay. So, sir, how would you ensure an active participation of students in the class or in the lecture?
Very good question. See, you people should know nowadays lecture is not one-way communication. Nowadays the lectures have become interactive lectures. So in those days when we were doing our MBBS, only the lecturer used to stand on the dais and they used to just read the books. So there was no interaction, absolutely no interaction, no video, no joke, nothing. Those days they will just keep the book and they read from the books. It was very boring. Usually in those days when I was doing UG, I used to skip many of the lectures, or I was sleeping in the last bench. So I wanted to avoid such type of lectures. So now I adopt interactive lectures. I used to roam among the students in the lecture. I won't stay on the dais. I won't use that stationary mic. I prefer collar mic. I used to roam around the student. I used to get near each and every student. Personally, I will ask some questions whether you got the point or not. And I allay the apprehension of the student by saying you need not worry about the answer. You are a student. It is my duty to ask question. You have come to learn something. So you just open your mouth. Like that I used to motivate the students. So even if the answer is wrong, I am not going to say anything. The student should be able to ask some questions. That is first quality. Some doubts, some interaction should be there. So I used to interact with many students in between my lectures. And I used to, if they are not able to answer the question, I will tell the answer, let them, I will allow them to repeat the answer. So in such a way, I used to take my lecture. So that monotony, that a monotonous lecture should be avoided. There should be better interaction of the lecturer with the students, and in between some gap, some cracking some jokes. That is best quality of a lecture, I think.
So in your opinion, the interaction.
Interactive lectures are the best. Students won't feel bored.
That's it.
Yeah.
So sir, as a professor, what are the advices you can give for the students in AIMS?
AIM students or future doctors. My advice to the students. Okay. See, in future, they should be able to handle many type of cases, medical cases, surgical cases, specialty cases. They should be able to handle. So, they should try to equip them effectively with proper knowledge. So, lecture plays some 30 to 40% of your academic role. So beyond curriculum, that is lecture means curriculum. See, we take some lectures, we give some important points, and we give our PPTs. And you should not satisfy only with the points what the lecture delivered during the lecture. So beyond the curriculum, because you are going to treat variety of cases, beyond the curriculum, you should improve your knowledge by searching internet and other books. That way, you should equip yourself. Because when you are treating in future, you cannot say this is not in the curriculum. This I didn't study like that. So in the middle of the operation, you cannot refer any book. So knowledge is wealth. In many ways, you should try to improve your knowledge, not only relying upon the subject what is taught in the lecture on. That is my advice.
Okay, sir. So from your opinion,
Yeah.
which of your single decisions changed your life upside down?
Upside down, my single decision. Yeah, I completed my UG in 1989. Then immediately 1990 I started my private practice. So because of my family situation, because of monetary problem, I couldn't continue my post-graduation immediately. So I took a private practice immediately. So 92. Then 92 I got married. Till 2002 we were in private practice. So we purchased land, we constructed our own house, nursing home, purchased a car, etc., etc. So everything almost I got in my life. A wife, 2 children, own house, own nursing home, car, everything I got. Even then I felt something emptiness in my life. Because after my undergraduation, I immediately took up private practice. So in those days, when the patients come to me for consultation, they used to ask, sir, you are MD doctor, or you are surgery doctor, you are ENT doctor, you are ophthalmologist doctor, like that. Because nowadays patients are well aware of the specialties. They used to ask, sir, you are a specialist, like that. That I got little bit upset because I was only a general practitioner after my undergraduation. So I thought, okay, we should do something. We should go for higher studies. I decided this problem started from 2000 onwards. So even though I wanted to do post-graduation after the year 2000, I couldn't take up immediately because I had a lot of financial problem. I had to pay for my loan dues towards my house, my nursing home, my car. So I was much hesitation. Much hesitation only in 2003 I joined my post-graduation. That is the biggest decision which changed my life. But after joining post-graduation in 2003 to 6, I did my MD Physiology in Sri Ramachandra Medical College, Chennai. Those period I used to interact with the young students. So after their schooling, students come to a medical college. So we teach first year students anatomy, physiology, biochemistry. I had the opportunity to interact with the young students. That I liked very much. I used to treat those students like my daughters or sons like that. So they also enjoyed my lecture. I got some points from the students, what they like during my lecture, what they don't like during my lecture. So accordingly, I refined my lectures. So that taking of post-graduation with the financial problem was my biggest decision. Then everything went up very well. Then after my post-graduation, again actually after my PG, I wanted to continue my private practice. 2003 to 2006, I wanted to go back to my native place and continue my private practice. But because of the interaction with the students, I wanted to continue the teaching profession. So I dropped my idea of continuing my private practice. I joined a medical college as a lecturer. That's all.
So that's all for the interview. So thank you for your cooperation.
Thank
and
you.
Thanks for making our interview successful.
Thank you very much. All the best to all of you. Terima kasih.